peeps. Raw was packed with a lot of good entertainment. Let's get into it. I hope this video is not too long because every now and then I'll make a long video, but I'm not too big of a fan of those long videos. Hopefully it doesn't end up to be too long. We're going to start off first with the fact that AJ Lee returned. Yes, AJ Lee is back. But first we have to rewind and talk about how that happened. First of all, Maxine was going up against Big Time Bex for the Intercontinental Championship again. And midway through the match, Becky Lynch, she would have been all right. She would have had the title or retained the title. She hit the manhandle slam, but was too close to the ropes, so she was able to put her foot on the ropes. A few moments later, Becky starts unscrewing the turnbuckle pad, and then the music hit. Yes! AJ Lee came out there. She is back again, and this time, hopefully, for good. That was enough of a distraction for Maxine to dive down onto Becky Lynch and get the 1, 2, 3 and become the Intercontinental Champion. Whether or not Maxine is the Intercontinental Champion, I don't really care. I'm just excited that AJ Lee returned. And a little while later, Rhea Ripley actually pulled AJ Lee to the side, which who knows what that's about, but I think we know what it's about. It's about War Games, obviously. She's the 5th member. She has to be. Because Charlotte Flair basically reconfirmed herself as the 4th member after saving Alexa Bliss from Asuka and all of her buddies. So AJ Lee is going to be the 5th. And hopefully faces Becky Lynch down the line, hopefully. Solo Sakoa's mystery opponent. We're finally getting ready to find out. It's kind of like the LA Knight situation. We're standing there, we're waiting, and then it turns out to be Dolph Ziggler. Yes, Dolph Ziggler is back. We haven't seen him in a long time. He did a few of his famous moves, like that DDT and the move with the leg drop, and then of course the zigzag, but none of it was enough to put away Solo because he kicked out. In the end, Solo was able to hit the spike and get the 1, 2, 3 on Dolph Ziggler, which is kind of obvious. I mean, Dolph Ziggler is not going to pin Solo Sikoa. We kind of knew that, but it was cool. It was a little shake-up seeing Dolph Ziggler again. John Cena made apparently his last appearance on Monday Night Raw. Came out there with the Intercontinental Championship. And long story short, he winded up having a 6-man tag team match because he was interrupted by Dominic again this week, which Dominic's buddies, the Judgment Day, came out there and started beating up on John Cena. And then that's when Sheamus and Rey Mysterio came to even out the odds, which turned into a 6-man tag team match, which had a cool ending. They all teamed up and did a 3-way 5-knuckle shuffle, as well as a double 619. And then after that, a bro kick, and then John Cena, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. And apparently John Cena's last Raw, he wins again. It was also made official that Dominic's going to get a rematch for the title coming up at Survivor Series. The War Games teams came face to face. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy, and Jey Uso on their side. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul on their side. And they all just started brawling each other, brawling everywhere, brawling outside the ring, inside the ring. And after a minute, the only two that were left in the ring were Logan Paul and CM Punk. CM Punk hit a little high knee in the corner and hit a bulldog seconds later and started heating up for the go to sleep until down. Yes, the 5th member was revealed to be Brock Lesnar. And I said this in my last video. I said, I'm almost certain, who else could it be? It's got to be Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock Lesnar came out there and pretty much laid out Punk in a few seconds. It's like a couple of slams, tossing him around the ring. And then he came face to face with Cody. And then laid out Cody as well with a couple of German suplexes. We thought it was all over until Roman Reigns showed up, proving he's the 5th member for Punk's team, surprisingly enough. I said it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because he doesn't get along with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. But in this case, maybe it works. He was able to hit a Superman punch on Brock Lesnar, knocking him outside the ring. And of course, Brock Lesnar had that smile. You know, Brock Lesnar, you know, he thinks everything is funny. Even when he's getting beat up, he thinks it's funny. That's just his character. But Bronson Reed came from behind and attacked Roman Reigns and was getting ready to go for the tsunami. But Roman Reigns woke right back up and hit a Superman punch on Bronson Reed, knocking him off of the top rope. And then that's when things got really deep because then the police showed up. Yes, they showed up and tried to separate everything and keep everyone at peace and, you know, like distant from each other. CM Punk starts wrapping a stick around Logan Paul's neck and face. Roman Reigns charges forward and spears not only Bronson Reed, but two police officers as well, all at the same time through the barricade. And that's pretty much how Raw goes off of the air. Wow, it's good. So we got Roman Reigns, we got Cody Rhodes, we got CM Punk, we've got the Usos. Okay? For the other side, we've got Brock Lesnar, we've got Drew McIntyre, we've got Logan Paul, and we've got The Vision. I already know Roman Reigns is going to say that he's not there because of Cody and Punk, and he's only there because of The Vision and because of the Usos. And he's probably going to be kind of looking at Cody's title a couple of times. I wouldn't be shocked. But it's gonna be some negative, a little bit of negative interaction. You know, it has to be some negative energy. You know, it just makes sense. Of course, he's not the biggest fan of Punk either. That's another problem. But yeah, guys, I said I didn't want this video to be too long. Hopefully, it won't be. That's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.